Hey guys, this is Alvaro and I just want to share with you the story behind the creation of SolarCards. So here we go. I guess the best place to start this story is with my mom's dad, Grandpa Eduardo. He was this really smart inventor who was always in his office working on something new. And one of these inventions was a board game he made and sold called Millonario Juego de Finanzas, or Millionaire the Finance Game in English. Now this game didn't make my family millionaires or anything, but it did pique my curiosity into the world of designing games. Early during my school years, I began to notice kids getting together during recess to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, this now famous trading card game. And I thought I wanted to give it a try, so I bought a deck of cards and challenged this kid during recess. However, he had like fake cards, he got bought stuff on the street, and he had like Infinite Exodia, like other very powerful cards, So yeah, what happened is that we fought, and I actually won. Like I had one of those like mirror cards, so I returned his attack and I won the game. And that's the one and only time I ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! I should never play it again. Why? Well, with my childish ego, I thought I could do a better game. So yeah, I began to work on my own trading card game, which I called MoCards. If I'm being honest, the game was a bit broken and unfair, nobody knew how it worked except me and my cousin Joaquin, who was my partner in crime in everything I did back then. I think for me the most fun part of MoCards is that it actually had a comic, like with characters, rivalries, like so much insanity. So yeah, like something about SolarCards, which is inspired by my show SolarBalls, is kind of like familiar to what I did several decades ago. But making games wasn't something I took too seriously, until the day I bought the video game Little Big Planet, because this one game was like a game designer's dream, with like every single tool that you can imagine to make your dream game was there, I named my account Alec Lynch after the character I posed in the Liosaks. And in this account I made like dozens of games that I published online for people to play. And this is like a secret about me, but this was actually the first platform where I ever became kind of famous.
Passenger sci-fi horror survival by Alec Lynch.
I made like horror games, adventure games, just remakes of games and movies I liked, and even dream games I always wanted to make. And the highlight for me was that the creators of Little Big Planet actually recognized 3 of my levels. And yeah, honestly, that was really amazing, guys. All of this experience in Little Big Planet gave me a lot of tools to think as a game designer, which really came in handy when I joined the development team of an actual video game called Angali. Now sadly I can't say much about this project since it's been in development for a long time and it hasn't come out yet. But I worked very closely with the director and we discussed both the story and the possible mechanics we could use. And actually, one day I made a prototype of the game in Little Big Planet and brought it to the office, and yeah, we had a ton of fun playing it. However, my real first video game was Imp of the Sun, a project where I was lead game and narrative designer. This game actually came out for PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo Switch and also PC, which is kind of mind-blowing, guys. And in this project I used literally all the experience I had gathered from my life. But I also had an amazing industry mentor called Reed, who taught me so much more about game design during the production of the game. So yeah, after Imp of the Sun was finished, I moved on to something else. The first project I made was Tony Rod, which is something that I've been working on, but I had to pause it to focus on SolarBalls. The other thing I also did is a spiritual successor to my grandfather's board game, Millonario. I'm not ready to reveal it yet, but most of my friends and family know what I'm talking about. And yeah, and right now, of course, we arrived to SolarCards. I guess since the very moment we created SolarBalls, the notion of a card game was floating in the air. The idea was like so perfect because all the ingredients were there, we have a ton of celestial bodies with different categories, sizes, all of that, So one day, while I was visiting my sister in London, I spoke with Ian and Oliver about the new possibilities with SolarBalls. And we concluded that doing a SolarBalls card game through a Kickstarter would be just a cool idea, But despite being a throwaway idea, I just became obsessed with this. Sometime later, during a visit in Cambridge, I bought a little notebook and I just started writing rules and doodling concept arts while we continued touring and traveling, And then, back in London, I desperately wanted to test the rules I had laid out. So I got a paperback from one of those like Amazon stores. I cut it in little rectangles and made this very ugly first iteration of SolarCards. Yeah, I know it's horrible, but I was in a rush and I wanted to test it out, so don't judge me, guys, please. And from this point on, things just like sped up, guys. We started producing like hundreds of cards, everybody got to work, we put together a Kickstarter page, it just became real. And I'm so proud of the team. I'm so proud of Ian's resourcefulness, Jose Luis's beautiful art, Oliver's trust and support. It's been just so much work to put this project together, and I'm just so happy that I can just finally share it with you guys. So that was the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you liked it. And of course, I hope you consider supporting the Kickstarter campaign. It's gonna run for 1 month and it's gonna be a lot of extra rewards, like extra cards, community events, a lot of fun stuff. And I hope you want to be part of that and also, of course, support us in the creation of the game and the show. Basically, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.